Hello everyone. Today I am going to show you guys a advanced tutorial like how to make a premium t-shirt design or a trending t-shirt design. So I was requested to make a Christmas dog t-shirt design, so I showed you a design of Christmas tree with dog paw, but today I am going to make advanced tutorial, and for this one I am going to use this bulldog picture here. You can download any bulldog picture you want, and as you can see this is a copyrighted image, but I am not going to use this image. I am going to draw some outline like this. So at the final it will be a outline of that dog like this. So I am going to show you guys how to create this kind of outlines, because that was also requested. Sometimes I do some drawings and then I get some comment like how to do this kind of drawings. So I'm going to use this picture to make that line art for me here. So first of all I need to make the opacity down like this so that I can see my strokes clearly. That is good. And then I need to lock my picture here so that it doesn't move from the place. And then I need to take another layer on top of the picture layer, and that will be easy for me to work. So in this drawing video I am going to use my curvature tool here, but curvature tool is really cool option for Illustrator, and this is very similar to pen tool, but it works in a little different way than pen tool. So I am going to cover the detailed process of making or using curvature tool here to make a outline of that image. So the easiest way is, first you need to draw the board lines whatever you can see. So I am going to click here, then make a click here, another here, then click here. So as you can see this is making a line for me, but no fill, no stroke. So let me take some, let me take the stroke color here. I am making it red so that I can see that clearly on my picture. So the point of using curvature tool, or the trick of using curvature tool, is like taking a line and then stop it, then make another line. And for stopping the line in the curvature tool you need to press the ESC key on your keyboard. The, like if you are using a regular keyboard, then the top left key ESC, press that, it will stop the line, then again make another line like this. So I'm going to make a very rough lines in the area. Okay, I made a mistake here. Maybe this one should be like this. I'm not going to make it as it is because I will need to add this line here. So let's take that line. So the trick of using curvature tool is, do not draw at once. Take lines, like stop lines and then create again. Like I can continue the line from here, but I don't want that. I am stopping the line here, then I am making another line here, just like this. So something like this. Then I need to follow the curves here, like the curve you can see of the dog face. So let's just follow the lines here. This is the straight line here, so I'm going to follow it as it is, just like this. This is the trick guys, using curvature tool. Do not draw at once, like make stop points to make it look real, or your design will look cool. So you can see there is a ear part here, so I'm going to draw that also. I am just going to draw the basic facial features of this dog so that I can like represent it as a dog, nothing else. I don't need too much details in the design here. This is the mouth area going to be. Then if I draw some random lines like this, whatever the curve I can see in the design, you can see just like this. So this is the trick I use for curvature tool. I don't draw at once, I make stop points to continue the drawing. So that is really helpful for beginners. So just draw anything that you feel like you should draw a line there. So I'm going to make it really quick for this area, as this is the, I already done the drawing process, but I wanted to share with you guys how to make the drawing process so that you can practice with me. So that's it. Now the eye is an important part here, so I need to create that eye. Okay, if I want to make a stop point at any place, like if I click here and then I continue, it will make that curve. That is the curvature tool. But if I want it to do not make a curve here, then I need to double click in any point. If I double click, it will make a stop there, a straight stop, not a curve line. So I'm making a the eye area like this, just to make it, just to draw the eye shape here, nothing else. So we will not need too much details in our design, just some random lines, whatever you can see or you can feel that it will look good on your design. So that is it. So once our line art is complete, just like this, I am not going to make the full body, as I done that full body part here. Okay guys, I done the full body here just to show you that if you are not working as a t-shirt designer, you can use this method to make a silhouette image, like a realistic silhouette image, then upload them on some stock sites, or you can create line art images from real images and stock, upload them on stock sites, whatever you feel, right? So that is the process here. Now I need to turn this off. Okay, as you can see, this is the rough line art for me. Now I am going to select them all, then I need to erase the extra part that I don't want. So for that I am going to use my shape builder. Press shift M on your keyboard, it will give you the shape builder option. Then I am pressing alt in my keyboard to erase this part, or whatever part I don't want. If I like take my mouse on that and press alt, it will show me that red line, and once it is red I can click here, it will be removed. So I am just pressing alt in my keyboard to erase this part here, or whatever part I don't need, just like this. So as you can see, this is, that is the reason I use this stop point. Like this area, you can see if I draw it straightly, it will not look very good, or it will not look as good as it will look like right now. So let's erase that part and that part. Okay, sorry for that part. So as you can see, this is making the curve realistic. That's why I use stop points. Otherwise you can like draw a straight line if you want. So that is the parts I didn't wanted here. Okay, so once our erasing part is done, we can turn this image layer off. As you can see, this is how our bulldog is now looking. So it is not looking very good, but that is not really important, because we are going to, okay, we need to join this two area. So we just need a outline of our dog, so that is why I used this method to make outline. So as you can see, there are some small parts like this, those are not looking very good. So for easily fixing those area, I use this technique. Use your direct selection tool, select this 2 point only, right click, join. So that is the easiest way to join them. As you can see, not in this one, maybe you will find this problem in whenever you are working with line art designs, and this is the easiest way to join your design. So I don't want this part, so select this 2, press shift M for shape builder, erase that part. So that is really easy guys. And then we had a problem here, so again select the direct selection tool, select this 2 point, then join it. It will become one single shape, but there is still some problems. We will fix that later, no problem. Okay, we will fix that once we expand the shape. So as you can see, this is how my bulldog is now looking. Maybe I can take my shape builder, sorry, direct selection tool, to select this point and then make it a bit, move that like that way, in that way. Okay, we can use our this shape here, it will cover that small details that we messed up. So that is good for us. Now we need to make the fill the eye area here. So I'm going to use my pen tool here, but in fill mode, no stroke. I'm going to draw a random shape here just to fill this area. Okay, as you can see, this is now looking like the eye. The eye is now looking good. So this small details area like this, small shapes or small lines that we draw inside the design, we can simply change them. Like if I select these options like these strokes, we can use this option for the strokes, and it will instantly look good, or I think they look good in this way, not like the straight lines. If I use this option for the strokes, that looks better for me. So select this three again. Okay guys, so this is the final image for me here. Now I am going for the final like the design process here. I am not making design here, I am just making the element of my design here. So the main point, okay, maybe there was a belt here in the neck, so we can make that. Again, take our like the curvature tool here, then make another copy here. That is good. Then copy them to here again. Then I am going to use my pen tool here, just like this, and again press ESC to end, then press shift to join in this corner, make a line like this, then again make it here, then press ESC to stop the line. Okay, once our belt is okay, this belt should like follow this area, so press shift to join them, just like this, then again press ESC, press shift to join, then again join this part. Okay, so I don't need that. So my belt option is done here. Let's select them again. Select the shape builder tool to erase the part that I don't want here, just like this. Then you can see this area should not be visible because that should be on top. So just erase this too. If you can understand the shapes well, and if you can understand the shape builder, you can really make cool designs, awesome designs with using the shape builders only. And line art, anyone can make a line art, and of course you will not face any kind of copyright problems. So this is the final image for me guys. I am going to use this one in my video, in my today's design. So let's group it. So once our design is grouped, I am not expanding it because I will need them in a stroke mode. So I am just selecting it, copy this one, then I am going to take a artboard here. My artboard size will be again 4500 into 5400, 300 dpi, RGB color. Okay, I get a question like the CMYK or RGB. So if you are working for a client like a Fiverr client or Upwork client, then you should ask your client if he is going to print it on a local printer or in local way. Then you have to ask him that if you want a CMYK design or a RGB design. But if he is going to use a print on demand website, then RGB is the option for him. So you should make design on RGB. So I am keeping this RGB 300 dpi, create. So this will give me this artboard size. So whatever I will do inside the artboard size. So here is my dog image. Then I am going to use a Christmas tree here to just to sample the take an example here. So this is the Christmas tree here. I need to make a shape for it. Like if I click here, then in this area maybe, then this part here, and then here. I'm just making a basic rectangle here, a stroke mode in black, so that will be okay for me. Okay, so this is just for keeping my design in a certain area. So that is what I am going to do here. This is going to be the final design area for me, just like this. So as you can see, I am just going to make a Christmas tree here with my dog face. So this is okay for me. This is just for keeping my designs in the same place. So let me use my this dog image here. Okay, I need to change the dog color here. So I have a stroke and I have a fill here in the design. So if I select it, it is looking like this. But if I double click here, then if I take my magic wand tool to click here, it will select everything that is in red stroke, and then I can simply change it to black. And of course, when our design is in black, then this one should be also in black. So that is good for me. Now I need to just place my dog face here. Now I don't want to make it a really bigger design just like this, but I am going to keep it something like this so that it covers the area of the Christmas tree, then making a copy here to reflect. Now of course I need to place them center wise, just like this. Then I am going to make another copy here, but this one should be a bit smaller in size, because I am going to make them bigger in the bottom than smaller in the top area. So once this is in place, I am going to keep it. I am going to like make a pattern here, just a bit smaller than this one. Then I am going to copy it here, reflect, to make another copy in this side, but maybe in this area, just like this. Then I am going to make it here, then again make it a little smaller than my these two designs. So first I need to align them center wise, that is good for me. Now I can place the design like this, then again select this one to make another copy, then again reflect it. This is a very repeating process, just like this. Then I need to select these two, align them center wise, then again I need to make it smaller a little bit, just like this. Then I need to make it smaller again, just like this. You may have seen this kind of designs. There's a tons of designs like this, and if you are working with a niche like a dog niche, then this is really a good quality of design. This is really a good style of design. You can use any dog you want, like a pit bull dog. I'm using an English bulldog here. You can take any dog niche you want. You can take cats, whatever your niche is. So it is really a good way to make this kind of designs. Okay, now I need to do some adjustment, like this one should be in a center place like this. And then once that is in center, I need to make a star. I like to put a star on top, because that is what I feel like this is the Christmas theme. So I'm going to select my this dog faces like this, then I am going to center align them. And once that is center aligned, I don't need this shape anymore. So now I need to fix it, like I can select this one and this one, then I can adjust the position according to my this center piece here. And as you can see, this is looking good. Then I need to select this two, I need to align that with this centerpiece here. So maybe just like this. Okay, I need to align them first of all center wise, that is good. Now maybe just like this. This is up to you guys how you want to represent your design, but I want to keep the everything in the center position, just like that. So that is good for me, I think. Now maybe this one I can bring a bit down like that. Then this two again I am going to select it. Maybe I need to align it with the center position like this, that is good for me. Now I need to place it like that. Okay, so this is the final design for us. We can keep it as it is, or we can do some other modifications, like if we want to make this area a little feel like this, we can use a smaller dog head shape, center align them. Then I'm going to adjust the position just like this. So this will give me like a the root of the tree or the body of the tree, just something like that. That is good, I think. Now I need to select these three. If I click here, it will adjust the space between them, like the space. If I put them like this, that space I was talking about. So let's make them a group, these three a group, so that I don't lose their position. Then maybe again select these shapes like this, center align them. That is good for me. This is the final Christmas tree is going to be for me. Okay, I don't need this smaller part. I will add some text there. So this part is done. Now as we can see, this is the some elements of Christmas tree, like this round bulb here, or I don't know what that is, but this is a really related elements of Christmas. So we are going to put some of them in our design. So let's just use a rectangle, sorry, ellipse like this. Then I'm going to maybe make a rectangle on top of it, just like this, maybe a bit smaller in size. just like this, then align it, group it. So I'm going to use some of them in my design to just as I have a lots of empty space in my design, so I can fill it with that, or maybe I can do something else that I can make a lighting pattern here. So let's do that. I'm going to use a shape again here, then maybe use add anchor point tool to add a anchor point at the middle point, then use the direct selection tool to make it like this. Then I'm going to use my direct selection tool again, then select this corner, press shift and this corner, then this round corner, if I make it round it will look like that. Then I need to select this bottom two, then if I make it round it will look like this. So this is good for me. I'm going to make a bottom part of this, then this one, center align them. Okay, so this is good for me. Now I need to make it really small because I want to make this lightning go through my this dog area here. So that is what I want to do here. So let's copy this one, then again press D for make some other copies. I am going to make it a colorful. Okay, first of all I need to select these bottom parts here, just like this. I want to make them like, I don't know, maybe yellow for everyone. Then I need to select this one. I can change the color here. I am changing the colors first because I will make some copies, but then it will be hard for me to change everything's color, just like this, maybe a green one. Okay, so that is good for me. Now I need to first of all select the upper part of everything, then cut paste in front. It will be on top of every square at the bottom. Then I'm going to make them a group, everyone a separate group, then select them like this, and then I'm going to align them center wise like this. Then I'm going to select them again and then make another copy here, just like this, then reflect it. Then I want to put it in the middle point of each other, just like this. So that is good for me. Now I am going to make a, like, draw a line here, just a line, but it has no fill or a stroke. So I'm going to make it maybe this red fill or that yellow fill, that is the bottom part of the design, just like this. So as it is a stroke here, I need to expand it, then it is good for me. Now I need to, okay, I need to adjust the size. Okay, it is a bit bigger than my dog heads, maybe smaller like this, or maybe even smaller, just like this. So once it is done, I am going to make them a group. So once it is in group, I need to make a pattern brush here, not art brush, not calligraphic, a pattern brush. Then select this option, everything else should be as it is, click OK. That is good for me. Then I can keep them side like this. Now I need to make it like a, just a random lines like this, and then it has some fills, but I don't need any fill. I want to make it a stroke. So pressing shift X for us making it a stroke. Then by selecting this line, if I click here, it will become the pattern of that we created, but we can make it smaller in size. Okay, I don't know what happened in this area. This part is not looking very good, so maybe that is because of the curvature tool. So let's do it with our pen tool. I think that will be okay. I need that to start from this star like this maybe, then just come to this place. That is good. Click here to end that point. Then I need to come it like this, end it like that. Then in this part, maybe this one, again end it just like this. Then I can simply, okay, I need to bring it in this area, just like this. Once that is done, pressing ESC for like stopping the line, then it is the line. Then if I click here, it will become that shape. Okay, that problem is again happening, so I can still make it smaller like this, so it will look like that lightning effect, but maybe we had some problem in our pattern brush. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so I need to fix this corner area. It should be like this corner. Then if I press OK, apply to strokes, it will be fixed like that. Maybe a bit smaller in size or a bit bigger. Okay, that is a too much hard corner there, so that is the problem. It is happening like that. Let's erase that. Use our like the curvature tool to make it wrap like this, just like this. And now we don't have any kind of hard corner, and it will follow our line smoothly, and that is looking good for us. Okay, so this is just the lightning effect of our design. So we can cut this, press Ctrl B to paste in back. But as you can see, this is not looking good because our dog face has no fill. So we will fix that. Let's first decrease the opacity so that we can work on our dog face. So I'm going to select our everything that is okay. That is easier for me. Select everything except this one and this one. So this is our dog face, and that is in good position, good place. I need to expand it, expand again, because there was a stroke and fill, and you can see this is everything here is in complete like black color. So that is good for me. Now I need to, I am going to make them merge, and by merging them, it will become a complete one single shape. So I need to add a rectangle here like this. Then I can put the rectangle in whatever color I want. Then cut, select, I'm going to select my dog face group, press Ctrl B to paste in back. Now again select the dog face group, press Shift M to activate the shape builder tool, and as you can see, if I alt click here, it will erase that part, the extra part that was outside of our dog face. So that is good for us. It will make our design a fill color instantly. So that is good for us. Okay guys, so this is the final dog face position. You can see now how easily I fill them with colors. So I am going to make them a single color. Then I am selecting my that lightning group, and then you can see it is now looking good because it is on the, it is in the behind of my and then dog face. And then if I select my this curvature tool, I can always modify their positions like the way I want them to be. This part is looking like, okay, sorry for that, this is looking like too much outside. Maybe a little bit like that. Okay, that is good for us. Then we can always make some like, let's draw a ellipse here. Keep, take the eyedropper to fill it with any color you want. Okay, that is not a color like this, maybe some, okay, let's keep it red. Then copy it here, take eyedropper to make it white, then again place it like this, just like this. It will give our this ball a kind of glazy effect here, like this is a round shape. It will give it a feel like that. Okay, I don't need that. I want a ellipse here, just like this, but in a stroke mode. Then maybe if it is bigger in size a stroke, then again in same red, just like this. Then make them a group like this. That is good for us. Then I am going to fill these areas, some of these areas, with that strokes, like with that shape. And then we can always change the colors. Okay, let's first expand it because I don't want it in a stroke mode, so that if I double click here, I can simply select the red from here. I can make it whatever color I want, so it will be easier for me to work like that. So this is just I am making this video for my store, guys. I am making this design for my store, so that's the reason I am making it. I'm spending a lot of time with this one, otherwise I would make a simple design and then explain the process. So that is, I think, good for us. We are just keeping the Christmas vibe here, nothing else. Just like this. Then I need to select this one and this one. I want to make them change their color, so I'm making them a group. So once I select this group, I can double click here to expand it. Then if I click here, it will be selected the yellow color. Then I can change the color here. As you can see, this is really easy to change the color. So I can maybe make this one and this one red. So select them, again take the red. Okay, this one should be also red, or maybe this yellow color of my dog. So that is good for me. Then maybe a bit bigger in size. Okay, I need to change its starting point something from here. So that is good for me. Okay guys, so this is my final design for this position. Now I want to add a text here, like this is a pit bull, sorry, not pit bull, this is a bulldog design. So I'm going to add some text like Merry, and then it should be Christmas, but I'm not going to make it Christmas, I'm going to make it Bullmas, because that is a bulldog design, and it is the way of making this kind of design. You will see like some designs like the Merry Pitmas for the pit bulldogs, like that. So maybe I will use some this Miraculous Christmas font. This is a really good curvy font for Christmas designs. Okay, before that I need to select them like this, then make them a group so that I can move the design at once. So for this one here, I want to make the S bigger. Then if I select my task type tool, I can change the position of the S just like this, just a bit overlap with my A, or maybe like that. This is going to look good for me. Now I need to expand it. I don't need that as a font anymore. So let's double click here to select everything from here. Then if I align them in the bottom, it will look like this. Okay, that is not looking very good, but I can fix that by taking my B a little up. This is really important to like adjusting the kernings of the text, and this is the easiest way to do that. So that is good. Now I need to select that font, go to recent font, Miraculous Christmas. That is good. I'm going to keep it something like this, maybe a bit smaller in size. Again break it. Then I need to make that this red or any color I want. So let's make it, sorry for that, let's make it this green, maybe that is the Christmas type of color. Okay, I need to bring everything inside my artboard area, so that is good for me. Okay, I can simply make it a little more smaller, just like this. Then as you can see, there are, sorry for that. So once our text is placed, I can ungroup them so that I can select the, sorry for that, that was a group, so that is working as a group, just like this. As there is some space in our text, we can simply place our this kind of balls in the design area to fill it, just like this. Then maybe I can draw a line like this, stroke mode, then select it. If I apply my pattern tool here, it will make that lightning effect here. So that is good for me, guys. This is the final design for me for this one here. So I need to select these two, make them a group. Then I need to select this one, this one, this one, this one, or this group, to group it together. Now this part is a group, and this one I need to select everything like this and then accept this one. This part should be a group. So once they are in two group, if I select them, I can simply align them center wise like this. So that is good for me. Now I need to put a background for my design. So let's put a background like this, make it black, cut, paste in back. As you can see guys, this is how my design is going to look like. That is really good for me. I really like this design, and you will find the tons of different designs like this. Or maybe I can select this one. Okay, maybe I can select this pattern here, expand it to make them a shape. Then if I select my this bulldog group, go to offset path, create a offset path for them, 10 pixel is good for me. Now merge unite to make it a complete black shape, cut, select my this pattern group, open the transparency, paste in front. As you can see, it will give it a little cutout effect like that, and it will actually look good. So let's use our select our start tool again. Okay, I want this to start from the start, so I am not going to apply that effect for the start. Maybe I can simply select my start tool to bring it a little bit upward, just like this. Then I can select my direct selection tool to select that area. Then I can bring that up to match with my star, just like that. Okay, so that is good for me guys. This is the final design for today's video, and I tried to show you how to make those line arts, then of course how to make this kind of lightning brush pattern. And this is really trendy design guys. Do some designs like this. I hope you will get some sales. So thank you everyone, see you in the next video. Have a great time. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment box. Thank you.